Best friends. Gaurav and Mohit had been friends for a long time. They were good athletes and always participated in different events in school. The annual sports were being held on the school grounds. Gaurav was running in the 400-meter race. Mohit was there cheering for his friend. Gaurav was in the third position. Ahead of him were two of the best sprinters of the school. Mohit could see that Gaurav was almost out of breath. His face was red and he was slowing down. He began running alongside the track to encourage Gaurav to keep running.
Come on, Gaurav. You can do it.
Gaurav heard his friend. He did not want to disappoint him. He also knew that if he won, his house would win the inter-house trophy. He kept going and ran faster. He felt as if his chest would burst. He was dripping with sweat. Soon, Gaurav went past the boy who was coming second. He was catching up with the leader. He could now see the finishing line. He pushed himself to run faster and faster. Finally, with just a meter or two to go, he stuck his neck and chest out. He won the race and immediately fell down on the field right there. Mohit ran to him and pulled him up and gave him a big hug.
You did it. You did not give up. What a champ you are.
It was all because of you. You did not let me lose,
said Gaurav, still panting.
You are my best friend, aren't you? That's what friends do.
After the winter vacation, a new boy joined their class. He was Harsh. One day, Mohit was absent. Harsh sat in his place next to Gaurav. He was a friendly boy and Gaurav enjoyed talking to him. They both liked doing the same things. They both loved playing chess, but Mohit did not. He thought it was a boring game. When Mohit returned to class, Gaurav told him about Harsh.
He loves playing chess, just like me.
Gaurav and Harsh started spending more and more time together. Earlier, Mohit and Gaurav used to play badminton during the break. Now Gaurav didn't want to. He liked to spend his time playing chess with Harsh in the indoor games room. Gradually, Mohit started feeling left out. One day, Mohit was playing a game of tennis against Harsh. Gaurav, who wasn't very good at tennis but loved watching the game, was the umpire. Mohit needed just one more point to win the match. He served but the ball hit the net. It was now his second serve. He served again and moved forward. He thought the ball had landed correctly, but the umpire called out. Mohit was angry with Gaurav for saying the ball was out and began shouting at him.
The ball landed in the service court.
No, it did not.
Mohit grew angrier and kept shouting even louder. All the boys watching the match started yelling out to him to stop and carry on with the match. He angrily went back and started serving. He finally lost that game. Harsh kept calm and won the match.
You shouldn't have called the ball out when it wasn't,
Mohit told Gaurav after the match.
But it was out,
replied Gaurav.
So what? You need not have called it out.
That would have been unfair.
And you think what you did was fair? I'm your best friend.
Come on, Mohit. What does our friendship have to do with this?
I think you have forgotten the fact that we are friends,
said Mohit as he walked away. After that, Mohit stopped talking to Gaurav. He even changed his place in class. Gaurav tried to talk to him, but Mohit just didn't want to. Holi was Gaurav's favorite festival. He really enjoyed playing with colors. Every year, Gaurav and Mohit would play Holi together. They would visit their friends and play Holi with them. They used to have a lot of fun. That day on Holi, Gaurav waited and hoped Mohit would come, but Mohit did not. So he decided to go to Mohit's house. He was sure Mohit would welcome him and they would be friends again. On the way to Mohit's house, Gaurav saw a boy struggling against 3 bigger boys. They were trying to cover his face with something that looked like black paint. The boy was shouting for help. Gaurav ran to him. He saw that it was Mohit. Gaurav pushed 2 of the 3 boys. Mohit pushed the 3rd one away. Together, they managed to chase the bullies away.
Thanks, Gaurav. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come. You helped me even after I behaved so badly with you.
Mohit, you may have forgotten that you are my friend, but I haven't.
Gaurav said very quietly. Mohit put his head down in shame.
I'm sorry, Gaurav. I really behaved very badly. Friends again?
Mohit held out his hand,
Of course.
said Gaurav, taking his hand and giving him a hug. They were, after all, best friends, weren't they?